Today, we got Danny Rand, the Iron Fist, going up against Remy LeBeau, Gambit. So who's coming out on top here? Let's find out. The latest in a long line of warriors who wielded his power against the wicked, Danny Rand is the immortal Iron Fist. Protector of the mystical city of Kunlun, he channels a soul of a dragon, making his fist like iron, and is one of the greatest martial artists the world has ever known. Iron Fist is trained to be a living weapon. It can harness his spiritual energy, or chi, to augment his physical and mental capabilities to superhuman levels. Typically, Danny possesses the peak level strength of a human without being considered superhuman. However, he's also capable of augmenting his strength to unknown levels. It was able to go toe to toe with a being who easily defeated Luke Cage. He can move at incredible speeds and can enhance his speed until he's delivered over 100 punches just a few seconds. His agility and reflexes are much greater than that of an Olympic athlete. He can dodge gunfire and even catch bullets out of the air. He's also very durable and has survived point blank explosions with no real signs of harm. Danny is a master of Kunlun's martial arts, including Kunlun Quan, Shaolin Quan, Judo, Aikido, and Karate. He's one of the greatest fighters ever, battling against Captain America, Wolverine, Daredevil, and even Spider-Man and Colossus. His greatest power, though, is his Iron Fist. With this, he's able to rip through steel and punch his opponents with incredible force. He's been able to knock out Colossus, shatter Scorpion's tail, smash through jets and trains, and he's even brought down the helicarrier before. So, that's who we got in one corner, the Iron Fist, protector of Kunlun. But entering the ring in the other corner, well, it's the mutant master thief, Gambit. Gambit is a charming master thief who later joined the X-Men. He possesses the mutant ability to charge inanimate objects with kinetic energy, causing them to explode. He's also extremely agile and hypnotically persuasive because of his powers. So Gambit has the mutant ability to tap into the potential energy stored inside an object and then transform that into kinetic energy by touching it. He can then charge the object and throw it at a target, and the object will release the energy and explode on impact. On some occasions, Gambit has even gained the ability to charge organic material, like when he charged Sebastian Shaw, Dakin's arm, or Small Lizard. At his full power, he's even able to charge any organic or non organic matter within his line of sight with just a thought. However, while Gambit can do that, he usually just throws kinetically charged playing cards. He's also insanely accurate with those cards. Like Gambit was able to cut the tripwire on a nuclear device from 50 feet away with a card before. He's able to hit 3 zombies right between the eyes. Gambit's ability to tap into kinetic energy also grants him superhuman agility and dexterity. Like, for example, Remy can easily dodge gunfire and lasers, dodged all of Silver Samurai's attacks, and has great enough reflexes to deflect lasers and bullets as well. Gambit is also an excellent weapons fighter and specializes in the savate style of fighting with his bow staff, and he tends to quickly charge up his staff, increase its momentum, and give his hits a little bit of extra punch. Remy's incredibly clever, is one of the best thieves in the world, and is willing to gamble everything for those he loves most, hence his name. So, who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, I think Iron Fist versus Gambit is just a fascinating matchup. They're both skilled fighters, both incredibly fast and agile. With Gambit's mutant powers and Iron Fist chi, well, they both have the potential to one-shot the other one. So it's coming out on top here. Well, let's find out. And first things first, strength and physicality. Well, Remy's been able to casually toss around men and throw them with just one arm, too. Literally just sending them flying sometimes. He's kicked through stone walls, sent a scroll flying through a wall with a good kick, and he's been able to break apart metal and bust up robots too, especially when swinging around his bow staff. On the other hand, in order to even become the Iron Fist, Danny had to kill the dragon Xiao Lao with his bare hands. He did so by choking him out in order to cut off his flow of chi. From there, Danny's strong enough to break metal chains or Spider Man's webbing, snap a man's neck with a simple palm strike, and when he was disguised as Daredevil, he even managed to injure Spider Man in his Iron Spider suit. Then, with his Iron Fist, Roy's been able to sink ships, destroy helicopters and trains, and sent Luke Cage flying backwards with so much force that he brought down a small building upon impact. He's made Hulk yell out with pain. He's beaten an absolutely massive dragon, and with just one shot, he's been able to kill a skyscraper sized fire god and bring down the helicarrier. Iron Fist is surprisingly strong and powerful just being a human, and his chi power just brings him up to a whole other level. But you can't just dish out a beating. You also gotta be able to take one in return. As part of Danny's training for Iron Fist, he's taken massive beatings and punched into rocks to make his hands unfeeling. He's taken attacks from Spider Man and Sunspot, and he's both jumped out of an airplane and jumped down a 70-story skyscraper. Probably his most famous durability feat is when Iron Fist punched a train packed with enough explosives to make an atomic bomb look like a sparkler, and the train exploded. Now, this might make it look like he survived something more powerful than an atomic bomb, but that's quickly disproven. Because if it was an atomic bomb sized explosion, the whole city would be dead. And yet, there are people standing right next to the train who were just fine. It's much more likely that Iron Fist is able to absorb the majority of that explosion using his chi powers. And this makes sense considering he has energy absorption powers. So then what about Gambit? Well, Remy has always had some pretty remarkable durability to blunt force attacks, as he's simply walked off long falls, taken hits from super strong and cybernetically enhanced opponents and brush it off, and even take attacks from Ares, the god of war, before. And while he was stunned, still remained conscious. Gambit's also shown impressive endurance and ability to just power and push through pain, as he's been shot, stabbed, impaled, and just gutted in fights, yet still found the ability and sheer willpower to pick himself up and keep on going. However, the real trick here is speed and agility. I mean, that's where Gambit just excels. He's actually faster than Iron Man's targeting computer, and has caught an explosive round fired at him and thrown it back at his opponents. That's gotta count for something. He's casually able to avoid volleys of automatic gunfire, making it appear like it's just the easiest thing in the world. Like bullets are literally a joke to him, and he's managed to dodge bullets after they've been fired, at close range, and even literally right after waking up. Being a master thief, he's a master gymnast and acrobat. He's dodged gunfire while surrounded on all sides, has caught both Daredevil's batons and Captain America's shield and thrown it back at them, and even thrown his playing cards to intercept Spider Man's webbing in midair. But Iron Fist can definitely keep up. I mean, Danny is incredibly fast too. He's routinely they'll dodge gunfire. Seriously, this isn't hard for him. And it's gotten to the point where he's literally able to catch bullets out of the air. He's supposedly faster than lightning, is able to take out gunmen in just a few seconds or even in half a dozen heartbeats, and is routinely able to move before anyone could ever react. So yeah, Iron Fist is physically superior pretty much just across the board. He's also the better and more skilled fighter. He's been trained in and mastered every martial art form taught to him at Kunlun. Is able to take out 88 shield agents just under 7 minutes while holding back in an effort not to kill them. He's defeated a powerful ninja with thousands of years of experience and even possibly knows an infinite number of ways to kill someone. And Danny is definitely matched up against some of the best in the Marvel Universe, going up against Captain America, Black Panther, Wolverine, Daredevil, and Shang-Chi, even beating physically superior opponents like Warhawk and Spider-Man. Danny is a very skilled fighter, but while Remy might not be as skilled a fighter, in order to win this fight doesn't really need to be. He's just gotta be skilled enough in order to hold off Iron Fist before he can start launching cards. And he's proven he can do this in the past. He's a master savant and is more than skilled enough to beat multiple opponents and even large groups of men all by himself. He's actually beaten Dakin before, beaten Sabretooth before, beaten Wolverine before, fought with Captain America, Blade, Moon Knight, and even scrapped around with Spider Man. Actually seemed fairly evenly matched with Daredevil when he and Matt came to blows. So yeah, Gambit has definitely shown he's got enough skill to at least tussle with Iron Fist here in the fight. And then there's Remy's mutant powers, his X factor in the fight, and how will his biokinetic charge factor into the fight? Well, Gambit has some serious power, as when he combined with Rock Slide, they created one of the largest mutant generated blasts ever recorded. And while he won't be using that level of power here, he mostly just charges his cards and attacks to a stun level when fighting human opponents. It does demonstrate that raw power that he's packing inside of him. He's able to blow up buildings and vehicles, instantly take down thugs and attackers, and even stun and knock out super durable opponents like Wolverine, Rogue, and Sabretooth. He's even knocked around Juggernaut and Gladiator before, but like we said, probably won't be using that level of power in this fight. He's able to charge up any object in his environment and transform it into a weapon, charging up tire swings, statues, bullets, dice, or even sand. But his primary weapons are obviously his playing cards, and he's able to throw them with remarkable accuracy, like throwing them through the crack in Magneto's helmet, down the barrel of guns, or even cut a millimeter wire on a device from over 50 feet away. That's some crazy accuracy. And while Iron Fist has got some crazy agility, Remy has made people like Spider Man or Daredevil work to dodge his cards before, and even hit them, either through accurate throws or the sheer size of its explosions. And so he's gonna hit Danny some here too. It's just inevitable. However, while Iron Fist might not necessarily be able to dodge every incoming attack, I do believe Danny can just take those explosions that he can't dodge. He's been hit by energy blasts that launched him up into the air and caused him to crash land back on Earth. He survived and essentially absorbed that massive train explosion, and after connecting Chi Punch to the Steel Serpent, they caused a massive explosion, and both got up unharmed. Danny's taken explosions on par with Gambit's cards before, and really been none the worse for it. And then there's Iron Fist X Factor, his cheat. With his Iron Fist, he's been able to sink ships, destroy helicopters and trains, and sent Luke Cage flying backwards with so much force that he brought down a small building upon impact. He's made Hulk yell out with pain, and with just one shot, he's going to kill a skyscraper-sized fire god and bring down the helicarrier. But that's not all that Danny can do with his chi powers. He can fire powerful energy blasts and even create an energy dragon out of chi powers, and he can launch out wide-scale blasts too, making sure that Gambit can't dodge the attacks. And unlike Iron Fist, Gambit's not proven that he's got the durability to take those kinds of attacks. In fact, Iron Fist can quite literally just one-shot him. And so, all that being said, who's come out on top here? Well, I think it's got to be Iron Fist. He's physically superior. He's the better fighter. And while Gambit's mutant powers make for a pretty nice X Factor, Iron Fist can handle that X Factor fairly well. And he can handle it better than Gambit can hold up against Iron Fist chi powers. So yeah, Danny's coming out on top here. Iron Fist wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also be sure to like button, subscribe button, and I will see y'all next time.